I tried this last night and it worked. I am not flu anymore. Guys, I'm so excited to bring you a new holistic cure for the flu. I just got the flu before Christmas. It put me on my ass for like a week. If I'd have only known about this then. But thank God for TikTok, because just a few days ago, I found out that you can slice up a couple of pieces of potato and put them in your sock overnight, and you wake up, you're cured! That's right, you just shove a couple of potato wedges in your sock, and overnight Santa, or Jesus, comes down the chimney and sucks that nasty flu out of your heel. And to think I was wasting all of this money on medicine to combat my symptoms. The original viral video came from an account called Food Over RX. She's got like 100,000 followers and clearly does a lot of content about food stuff and is probably anti-pharma, which is fine, but this is the video.
When your child has the flu.
This remedy really works, so hear me out. Get a potato, cut it in half, get 2 slices out of it, put it beneath each foot, and cover it with a sock overnight. The next morning, when you remove the sock, you're going to see an imprint on the bottom of the foot, which is totally fine. And then you're going to see the potato slices, which are disgustingly dark. That's because the toxins are removed, but your child feels so much better.
I don't even really know where to begin anymore. Some of you guys might remember years ago, I did a video on those scam foot pads that you buy. You can like order them. It was this huge wave where you put these little sticky foot pads on the bottom of your foot overnight.
Pop it on.
Pop it on.
Pop it on.
Literally.
Just pop it on. Pop it on.
And then in the morning, they're like gross and brown. And come to find out, oh, they're just reacting with the heat and the sweat and the moisture coming from your foot overnight. It looks the same when you put it under water. It's one of the biggest scams of all time. But I mean, at least in this woman's defense, she's not trying to sell you something. All you gotta do is buy like a $1 potato to try it for yourself. But come on, man. Potatoes on your feet curing the flu? What are we talking about here?
Honestly, it kind of burns a little bit. I'm not sure if that's good, but I imagine it's just the toxins screaming for their life. Am I right?
No, not the detox foot pad.
According to this video creator, this is called the potato sock flu remedy. It works. My daughter has been feeling so much better. God bless. Thank the Lord for potatoes. Some of the comments are hilarious. Kyle says, and if that don't work, you gotta call a yambulance. Congrats, the potato oxidizes. Lots of lettuce. It's almost like when you expose potatoes to oxygen, they turn brown, like every other fruit and vegetable on the planet. Not to mention the heat and moisture coming from your foot throughout a night's sleep, especially with the flu. I initially saw this trend because the glorified tabloid New York Post wrote an article about it titled "Potatoes in Socks, Flu Remedy Shocks TikTok." Apparently, with flu cases spiking this season, and little side note, the flu has been pretty bad this year. I know in New England where I live, a lot of people are getting it. I got it. My son got it. It's been going around like crazy, but videos under that search term have clocked up an astronomical 8.1 billion views collectively. And while some doctors have slammed it as pseudoscience, many desperate TikTokers have turned to the tater treatment after failing to overcome illness through more conventional means. Some now swear by the practice, saying the potatoes have helped draw toxins out of their bodies, leaving them feeling fresh and energized. What is going on? Guys, if you are not winning in life, I beg of you, why? This is your competition. Potato sock people. It gets better as the trend continues to spread. This is Isabel Lux. She's from New York City. She's 31 years old, grown-ass woman. She's got over 400,000 TikTok followers, does a lot of skincare stuff. Exactly what you'd think a girl like this would do by looking at this TikTok page. She decided to give it a try and was blown away. Let's take a listen.
What came out of my body? I'm gonna be sick from what just happened. I saw a creator who cut a potato and put some in her socks because she says that potatoes will detoxify your body if you sleep overnight with them in your socks. Last night, obviously I'm not feeling good. I'm sick as a dog right now. I cut up a potato and I leave these on the counter. They were not in the fridge. I literally left them out. And then these I put in my socks. You cannot tell me that this is not the most disgusting thing in the entire world. What came out of my body? What came out of my feet last night?
I'm going to tell you before we're going to finish the video in a second, but nothing! Nothing came out of your goddamn body except heat and sweat, which oxidizes the potato more than leaving it on the goddamn counter. Ah, potato sock people. I swear to God.
This happened. I'm in shock and
shock
tears.
and tears.
Try it. Seriously, try it and come back here and tell me what happens. Why aren't more people talking about this? Can we please address that?
Because despite what you see online, there are a surprising amount of people in the world that have a functioning brain in between their ears. It's insane, I know, but that's probably why more people aren't talking about it. Although shockingly, there's billions of views on these videos and lots of people searching for it. So maybe not as many as I thought.
How come no one has ever told me to do this before? I had to learn on TikTok. Okay, I'm going back to bed now. What came out of my body?
Dude, I am obsessed with the potato sock trend. And don't get me wrong, I'm not some sort of lobbyist for Big Pharma. I have my qualms with the way that industry is run and the amount of money at stake and the things they try and tell us to do. But potatoes in the sock to cure the flu. Kid, there's gotta be a middle ground here, okay? The heat from your feet would make the potatoes oxidize faster. No, that sounds like pseudoscience. I think it's probably the flu leaving your body through your heels, actually, or your arches, depending on where the potato is sitting while you're sleeping. I wonder if you put it between your toes, if you could get more flu out through the big toe, because maybe I think there's a lot of variables we need to explore as far as how much flu you can suck out depending on really precise potato placement. I mean, these are some big ass wedges. Like, what if can I use a sweet potato, or does that not work as well? Because sweet potatoes, typically you can get a big fat boy. I got size 15 clonkers right here, okay? I'm talking like a regular potato. I'm not gonna get a whole lot of flu out of a regular potato. I want like a big ass sweet potato to cover the whole ass bottom of my foot, because I got a whole lot of flu in this body. I'm a big man, I'm 255, okay? So I need to know the science behind this, and there's just not enough TikTok videos about this. Why am I just learning about this now? Why does she sound like she's about to burst out in tears any second? I have COVID. She has COVID. Well, hold on a second. What is this about COVID? I was told it could cure the flu. You're telling me this can cure COVID too? Potato sock COVID treatment? And all of this controversy over the vaccine, and we could have just been putting fucking potatoes in our socks the whole time. God, we're a failed race. All we need is TikTok to teach us how to take care of ourselves, and everyone's busy arguing on Twitter. I mean, I'm scrolling through the comments here, and as much as there are people that are like, yeah, nice try, it's literally just potatoes oxidizing in a warm environment, there is an alarming amount of people that are really shook by this and can't wait to try it the next time they get sick. So, I mean, God bless all these potato sock disciples. I hope it works for you. Would love to have you as a guest on my podcast. To talk about what? Putting potatoes in your socks to cure the flu? What kind of podcast are you running? You guys should go to school. Heat accelerates oxidizing. That's why fridges exist. Clown emoji. The counter is colder than the inside of a sock under a blanket. Duh. Literally, this entire fad summed up in one comment from Mary. Thank you, Mary. Oh God, here's another one.
Last night we did the potatoes in the socks. I was honestly willing to try anything. It seems like we have been sick for what seems like forever. This is the potato that I cut from. I wanted to set these two out because I wanted to see what it would do. Just set out all night because I do know that potatoes are going to turn no matter what.
I swear to God.
And these are the potatoes that I pulled out of my sock this morning compared to...
That were in your sock, under the blanket, on a feverish foot, putting off heat! Honestly, I don't even know why I'm surprised anymore. In all the years I've been doing this, the biggest takeaway is that people will believe absolutely anything, regardless of how insane or how much lack of, scientific evidence there is. If they want to believe it, they'll find a way. And I'm not saying there's not holistic remedies out there that have merit, right? There's certainly ways to take care of some things that don't have to come from pharmaceutical intervention, but if we're putting potatoes in our socks thinking it's curing the flu because it turns brown from oxidation, we've gone too far off the edge at this point. You need to put your fucking phone down. But right after you put it down, pick it back up and hip thrust that motherfucking like button, baby. You know how to do it. I appreciate you guys for being here as always. Can't wait to see you in the next video. Peace.